Alright. Not bad. I had a really nice conversation with someone that I'd like to see where things go with them. So sorry for that stuff last video. Ooh, to start things off, or to continue things off, better yet, let's try looking at some deep thoughts. Someone said this. Also, I'm your host, Grimmfiend or Jay. I should have said that to begin with, but hey, here we are. Someone says the American dream hasn't died. It's been turned into a subscription service. Everything has been turned into basically never-ending monthly payments. So what I'm gonna do essentially is read things. Do y'all prefer me to read things exactly how it is, or should I put my own spin and take on it? Basically, this person realized something while looking at his parents' monthly bills, that everything in his parents' generation could buy outright has been turned into never-ending monthly payments. So if you think about it, it's not by accident, it's by design. You want a house? Instead of being able to just save up and buy it flat out, which is basically what I want to do, you would be stuck in never-ending rent payments because housing prices have been inflated, out the wazoo and shit. So, and if you want an education, well, student loans and stuff for the next 20 years. And pretty much the wealthy have been... Sorry, someone has been sending me something. They've created a system where all the subscribers is pretty much us. Even though jobs have a subscription service, if you think about it, meaning you rent yourself out by the hour instead of having stable employment. What's truly insidious about all of this is pretty much they've marketed it as flexibility and freedom. They tell us ownership is outdated and that subscribing to everything is somehow more convenient. Me personally, I've never held myself to that, but it's even worse whenever I have family, friends, or whoever. It's just like, yeah, wouldn't it be better to just flat out rent this, that, and the other third, the car note, this, that, and it irritates me because it's just like, if I do not own it, I don't want it. I don't. Because to me, that is, what if something happens or whatever, and it's just like I'm no longer able to just do something or anything with that, I feel like that would mess me up. Whenever I own it, it's just like I can basically go and do anything that I want with it, we can never have shit, Never. And that's the honest thing. I don't think they want us to have shit. I genuinely don't think that they want us to have shit. They tell you that it's more convenient, this, that, and the other third, and it's really not. Because pretty much we can never really build up any real wealth because we're stuck in an endless cycle of payments that always flow upward. The middle class isn't disappearing by accident. It's basically being converted into a permanent renter class. The dream of working hard to own your piece of the pie hasn't died naturally. It's been replaced with an endless buffet where you just have to keep paying to stay at the table. And the scariest part about all of this? Everyone's being conditioned to think it's normal. They'll never know what it feels like to outright truly own something. They'll just accept that everything in life comes with a fee, payable to those who already have everything. And then to cap this off, this person basically says, the dream hasn't died. It's just been paywalled. Like I said, with me and me alone personally, I hate owing anyone anything. I genuinely hate owing anyone anything. I feel like it's just, I don't know what else or how else to tell you except for owning that thing. There's a lot more that you can do with it, instead of just being, God, I sorry, I'm yawning. It's just something about owning it versus renting it allows you more freedom in comparison if you think about it. Let's look at something else. People are okay. This person's being okay. All I have to do is just ask questions. Sorry, this person says people are too busy to care. How your big mistakes are barely a blip in their lives. It's funny how much time we spend worrying about how others think, replaying awkward moments or moments in our life like they're on primetime TV. But here's the thing, people are just minding their own business, lost in their own worries, insecurities, and to do lists. The embarrassing thing that you did or said, they don't notice. Or if they did, they've already forgotten it because they're too busy about their own lives. We live pretty much in a world where everyone is the main character of their own shit. Uh, so maybe we should cut ourselves some slack because everyone is just trying to survive in the chaos. Very rarely do I ever think about anyone else's own mistakes or something like that if it just really makes me laugh or something. Just something intense. Now, this is definitely one that hits me way too hard. Having too much potential leads to choice paralysis. Those with the most potential have seen many foreseeable pathways to become successful. They just don't, and because of that, they don't choose any. They become indistinguishable from the chronically incompetent. That's something that messes with my soul very heavily. A lot of people think that I'm not competent, this, that, and the other third, or some people think that I'm extremely competent. It's literally just like yes or no. And then having that choice paralysis as well is just. You can basically do literally anything. But the thing is, you have too many things that you can do. So it just stuns you. It's like you're stun locked. It's like you have that paralysis. Let's look at what some people said in the comments. Someone said that they were faced with this dilemma early in life, and this is how they sorted it out. At first, I was thinking I could be good at all of these things. I could be an amazing lawyer, an amazing creative, an amazing this, and amazing that. But then I thought, these are all the things that others could be good at as well. What is the only thing that I can be good at? What is something other people would not be able to excel at? Where can I contribute the most? What is my highest good I can offer to humanity based on my unique profile? At that one point, there was only really one choice left, and then I dedicated my life to that. Ah. Basically, this person became a Buddhist. Okay, sorry about that. Basically, my thing was tripping out on me. Let's see. Trying to find some other things that people are saying, but it's jeez. It feels like a disability to a good degree, you know. This person says it's really hard to be a good person. What is good is synonymous with selfish righteousness. Positive is for the good of mankind. Unfortunately, a lot of mankind hasn't really been good to itself. I'm going to be honest, especially with me. This person. With me, it's like I've been pretty much the good guy for a lot of people, and I've also been the bad guy for a lot of people. All of it is extremely subjective. You've probably been a saint to somebody, and you've probably been the devil to somebody. We've all been that for a lot of people. Sometimes they change, sometimes they don't. It's a lot of just, you try to make do, you try to basically do whatever you can for someone that you like. You don't like whatever comes from it, you know? It's literally, sorry, it's just a lot of literally you make it whatever you can. And there's consequences that are both good and bad. But to this person's merit, point being, the internet is a vacuum of space, is what they're saying as well. There's a lot of virtue seeking for people convinced they're doing good for mankind, either by posting anonymously or just doing stuff because why not? Not just on the internet. There's a lot of irony within all of this as well. Basically, trying to put out whatever you want to see can also help. And this person says we really have to cross that space and work within our communities again and stop chasing the simulation machine to be good people. It's basically like a huge circle jerking contest to a degree of like, I'm this good, I'm this, that, and the third. And in reality, it's just, you're just doing something. Whether we conceive it as subjectively good or bad, we would rather have people involved in more things. And this person is basically saying all of this stuff for themselves, but none of it really matters. None of it. Just finding whatever you can with it. And then this other thing right here. Ooh, this is a good one. What do the rich know that the rest of us don't? What if there's more to wealth than just hard work? Well, this person often said, I often wonder what separates the rich from the poor. It's not just about hard work. Rich people seem to know something that other people don't, and they will never tell it. Maybe they have access to opportunities, networks, or knowledge that isn't available to everyone. There's a concept I've heard before. We can't teach everyone how to be rich because if everyone were wealthy, the world would become imbalanced. The economy and society would collapse under the weight of too much wealth, with no one left to do the work that keeps things running. Maybe there's a delicate balance in having a certain amount of rich people and poor people to keep things in motion. This person also says it's strange to think that this imbalance is part of how the world stays functional. But the real difference between the rich and the rest of us could be something much more than just financial stuff, something much deeper, like the opportunities we don't even know we're missing. I want to say is by in part a lot of knowledge. A lot of it, I will say this, is basically get rid of your morals, do whatever it takes to get there, regardless of just how things can turn, spin out, just whatever, you know. Fucking hell. It's a lot of contributing. That's the biggest thing. You just don't know. Fuck me up the ass. God, I'm sorry. It's just a lot of things are ironic timing at the moment. We're both. Hmm. This is something that I need to read in particular. When you are hurting, the one who hurt you isn't even thinking about you. Just think about it. You get into your head and relive that experience. That moment and all that pain returns. You have to make yourself stop doing that. Instead, I ask myself, is that person even thinking about me? Do they even care? How bad they had hurt me, this, that, any other third. The dreading answer is just no. We have tried our absolute hardest to make somebody happy or at least comfortable, all while at the same time being unappreciated and accused of doing so much wrong at the same time. That feels like the ultimate knife in the heart. So I will continue to remind myself that person isn't even thinking about me, much less knowledgeable or caring about how their mean and hurtful words and just a lot has affected me. Take care of yourselves first. And unfortunately, in my case with my exes, that I'm trying my best to move on. And not every conversation needs to be a debate or exposition of ideas. It's just, we make things whatever we can, you know. Man. Man, oh man, oh man. It's It's a beauty in its own self, right, to love, and just to lose it is a horrible thing. Submissive behavior has a direct link with the, what the hell? Oh god, my stomach is starting to rumble like a motherfucker. So, I'm going to use the bathroom and hopefully my shit doesn't get blown up. Alright then, y'all. When I come back, we're going to do some horror tales. Sorry that tonight was more all over the place and more disorganized than usual, but thank you for sticking around and just being there. Also, it's weird. You ever had like that morning voice wherever it's just like you're relaxed and that's like your actual voice? I've been trying to mimic that recently. It's also part of the huge reason why I have like stage fright or something like that to a degree. But yeah, I'll see you real soon.